What if everything you've been told about fitting in was actually wrong? What if the moments you felt left out, misunderstood, or different from everyone else were not signs of weakness, but signs of something far more powerful? Most people spend their entire lives trying to belong, trying to be accepted, trying to blend in, trying to become normal. But here's a truth that very few people ever realize. Some of the most powerful minds in history were never meant to fit in. And the more they tried, the more lost they became, until they stopped trying at all. Carl Jung once suggested a powerful psychological idea: those who feel different are often closer to their true self than those who perfectly adapt to society. So if you've ever felt like you don't belong anywhere, this is not your flaw. It might be your awakening. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover 8 powerful signs that you were never meant to fit in, and why that difference could be the beginning of your greatest transformation. And by the end of this video, you may stop seeing your difference as a problem and start seeing it as power. Sign 1. You feel out of place even in a crowd. Let's start with something very real. You can be surrounded by people, laughing, talking, living normally, yet inside you still feel distant. Like you are physically there, but mentally somewhere else. This is not loneliness in the traditional sense. It is awareness. You observe things others ignore. You notice emotions behind words. You see patterns in behavior that most people miss. And because of that, you often feel disconnected. But here's the truth. You are not disconnected from people. You are connected to something deeper. Your mind is not built for surface-level existence. It's built for depth. And depth always feels lonely in a shallow world. Sign 2. You question what others accept without thinking. Most people inherit beliefs. They accept what they are told, repeat what they hear, and follow what is popular. But you are different. You pause. You question. You think, why is this the truth? Who decided this? Does this even make sense? And because of that, people may label you as difficult or overthinking. But questioning is not a weakness. It is the foundation of intelligence. Every major shift in human thinking began with someone who refused to accept things blindly. Your mind is not rebellious. It is awake, and awake minds rarely feel comfortable in sleeping societies. Sign 3. You feel things deeply. Even small things affect you. While others move on quickly, you don't. A simple sentence can stay in your mind for days. A small moment can change your entire mood. Music doesn't just sound like sound to you, it feels like emotion. This depth is something you didn't choose. You were born with it. And sometimes, you might think it makes life harder. But emotional depth is not a curse. It is perception. It allows you to experience life fully, not partially. Most people live on the surface of emotions. You live inside them, and that is rare. Sign 4. You struggle with fake connections and small talk. You can easily feel when a conversation has no meaning. You hear words, but they feel empty. You don't enjoy pretending. You don't enjoy social masks. And because of that, you might prefer silence over meaningless talk. People may misunderstand this as arrogance or distance. But in reality, you are not avoiding people. You are avoiding emptiness. Your mind values authenticity over appearance. And that makes your social world smaller, but your inner world much richer. Sign 5. You spend a lot of time thinking about life and purpose. While many people focus on routine, entertainment, or daily distractions, you think deeper. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Is there more to life than this? These thoughts don't come from confusion. They come from depth of consciousness. Not everyone asks these questions because not everyone is meant to. But you do, and that alone places you in a different category of thinking. You are not just living life. You are observing it. Sign 6. You don't follow the crowd easily. Even when everyone agrees on something, you hesitate. You observe. You analyze. You don't rush to follow trends or opinions just because they are popular. Sometimes you go against the flow, not because you want to be different, but because something inside you doesn't agree. This is not rebellion. This is independence. And independence of thought is one of the rarest forms of intelligence. Crowds move together, but visionaries often move alone. Sign 7. You have been misunderstood many times in your life. At some point, people have probably misunderstood you. Maybe they said you are too quiet, too serious, too sensitive, too different. And over time, you may have started questioning yourself. But here is something important to understand. Misunderstanding is often the price of authenticity. When you are not acting like others expect, they struggle to define you. But being undefined is not a weakness. It is freedom. The world often tries to label what it cannot understand. But you are not meant to fit into labels. You are meant to grow beyond them. Sign 8. You feel like you are meant for something more. Deep inside, beyond doubt, beyond fear, beyond confusion, there is a quiet feeling. A voice that doesn't shout, but stays consistent. You are meant for more. Even when life is unclear. Even when progress feels slow. Even when you feel stuck. That feeling does not disappear. Because it is not random. It is direction. Most people ignore this feeling and settle. But those who listen to it, transform their entire reality. Final message. Your difference is not a flaw. Now listen carefully. The world teaches you to fit in. To adjust. To be accepted. To be normal. But history does not remember people who fit in perfectly. It remembers those who stood apart. Those who thought differently. Those who felt differently. Those who lived differently. Your difference is not something to fix. It is something to understand. Because when you stop fighting your nature, you start discovering your strength. And the very thing you once saw as isolation becomes clarity. Closing reflection. Maybe you were never meant to be like everyone else. Maybe your path was always meant to be a little quieter, a little deeper, a little less understood, but far more meaningful. And maybe the reason you've always felt different is because you were never meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to see what the crowd cannot see. Outro plus call to action. If this message resonated with you, don't ignore it. Take a moment and reflect on what you just heard. If you believe being different is a strength, like this video. Subscribe for more motivational deep content like this. And comment below. I was never meant to fit in. Because the moment you accept your difference, you stop searching for belonging and start building your own path. And that is where real power begins.